back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10 since 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Chicago Bears. On the Saints sideline, head coach Kellen Moore. His guys currently a couple games over 500, 4-2 through 6 games. On the other side, the head coach of the Bears, Ben Johnson. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
16 yards. That's good for a Bears first down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Williams. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
A gain of a yard.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. To throw, Williams. Over the middle, he's going to find Burden. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the deep.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Rome Odunze, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Louisville.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in the team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
Off the fake, now Schuck's going to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 13 yards. First down.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, Shuck. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Saints.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Taken down.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Now a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Saints first down.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, New Orleans.
To throw now, Shuck. The pass caught by Olave. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Olave motioning to the left.
22-yard line.
Shuck now to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They run. It's Kamara. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Throwing, Shuck. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Blake Groupie now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chicago offense set to get started. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays. They also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
That's good for a Chicago Bears.
They'll run the draw here with Swift. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The Bears did a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come in playing reasonably well. Losers the last time out, but CD winners of 4 or 5 before that.
And the key for them, as I see it, tightening things up on defense because the offense did its part. They played well, but defensively, way too many lapses of big plays allowed. That ultimately doomed them in their last ball game.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a carry for Swift. Shoots by him. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
29-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
Here's Williams. Pass caught by Burden. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 20.
7-7, our score after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they've got it with a first and 10. To throw, it's Williams. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Throwing is Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 10.
Williams going to look to throw again. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
They stopped him in his tracks. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Saints offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point of the season. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Brings up second and 7.
And he'll decide to keep this once more. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense?
So on 4th down, Matthew Hayball on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense and running back DeAndre Swift headed back onto the field. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him, because he is eating them up right now. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Operating from the 27 now. Here's second and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
To the air, Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Adunze. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams. They'll get this into the hands of Adunze. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Williams. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Swift going to try it in the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Complete, caught by Moore. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Working out of the gun, Williams. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go. Here's Williams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
47-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And the Saints first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Delay of game, offense.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. And there's Cooks in motion right. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First down, New Orleans.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll go play action with Shuck. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have moved out in front. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
A point after, good by Groupie. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Bears 10.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
At the 36-yard line.
Now a toss for Swift left side. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Gain of 4.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Back to throw. Williams. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Down the left sideline. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Williams. Well, there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the Saints.
Back to throw. Williams. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Complete to Roshan Johnson. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Throwing again here, Williams. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Williams. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
3rd down and goal.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw forward with Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Cairo Santos on for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. This is 2nd and 8.
At the 26-yard line.
Working out of the gun here, Shuck. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now Shuck. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Matthew Hayball now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. 51 yards on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So a tight one so far. 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hansen at our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Saints to take over. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. And Cooks hands it over the middle. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
5 yards on the play. And
it's a quarterback sneak. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, Bobby, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half is theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And the Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
4 yards. That's another Bears 1st down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To throw, Williams. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Once again, it's Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Santos for the Bears field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they have regained the lead. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throws the comebacker. Olave's got it. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches at the 32-yard line.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And Kamara's going to have a Saints first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 76 yards rushing now for Kamara. It's a first down.
New Orleans.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Little short pass here to Hill. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bears' 47-yard line.
To throw his shot. On the move past the 40. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. Taken down at the 30. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
At the 30-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he is going to have a Saints first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
And the Saints first down.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. To throw now, Shuck. And that will be incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
Blake Grupe for the Saints field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they have regained the lead. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Here's Williams. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time as we have now reached the end of the third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. The Bears on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 1 yard is the gain. And it'll be first down, Bears.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw, it's Williams. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Throwing is Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Shedding through the defense. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. He gets it to Cooks. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
Complete to Jawan Johnson. A gain of 14. First down, Saints.
Olave motioning to the left. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Riley. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
A gain of 11 on the play. And
from the gun, here's Rattler. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
8 yards on the pickup.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
4-yard line.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line.
Down at the 2-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and...
They'll try and sneak it here. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Bears first down.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. That man again, it's complete. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Looking to throw is Williams. A pass complete to Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago! Rome Odunze His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Saints offense and the veteran Alvin Kamara getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. This one taken in by Olave. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, New Orleans.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. They'll get this out to Kamara. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A loss of 4 yards.
Rattler from the gun, 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
I know we spend a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. To the air, Williams. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Brian Brzee make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, you got to have some urgency here. You got to get the guys back to the line of scrimmage, but the problem is they're all 30 yards downfield after that play.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. 17-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. First and 10 here. On the handoff, this is Swift.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
That's good for a Chicago Bears. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's Swift.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
Well, they would have loved to have scored a touchdown there, but this still sets them up for a game-winning field goal attempt.
And goal at the 7-yard line.
So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. He's hit 3 times already, and this for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot, and they have regained the lead.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for Chicago, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
you